Alrighty, my friends, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be showing you how to practice specific ideas over a fiddle tune so that you can start to come up with your own ideas and start to improvise. And so I always start practice sessions with an hourglass, and I turn the hourglass on for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to focus for that 15 minutes on a certain idea. So I'm going to use the tune, for example, called Temperance Reel. And I'm going to show you the melody, and then I'm going to show you how to practice straying from the melody and just practicing certain ideas over the tune. There's so much to be learned by doing this. So I'm going to show you the melody of Temperance Reel, and I'm going to be using the tool called Strum Machine. Now, if you're learning fiddle tunes, bluegrass music, I highly recommend using Strum Machine as a resource, subscribing to it. I think it's only $5 a month. It's a great learning resource because it has, all the tunes you want to learn, most of the tunes you want to learn, and you can get the backing for that tune, the accompaniment at any speed. You can speed it up however you want. There's so many things that you can do with Strum Machine. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to play the melody of Temperance Reel, and then I'm going to show you a couple things that I might practice in a 15-minute hourglass session. So let's hear the melody first.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the A and B part of Temperance Reel. Now, I would obviously learn that melody to start. Now, Andy Hatfield has a great video where he's slowing down that melody, playing it from slow to fast. The YouTube channel Acoustic Groove Box, I highly recommend checking it out. Andy's great. So I learned the melody from that. Now I'm going to show you just take it a little bit farther and show you how I would maybe practice, just literally practicing certain ideas. So I'll give you an example. We're going to play just the G major scale. Now in fiddle tunes, you're going to be want to be playing more than scales. You're going to want to be playing melodies, arpeggios, cross-picking, mixing all kinds of different things. But this is just taking one idea, for example, a scale, and practicing that idea over the tune. So what we're doing here is we're taking one idea, we're practicing it. We're taking another idea, practicing it. Another idea, practicing it. And then in the end, we mix all the ideas together and we get a more dynamic kind of sound, and our playing becomes more dynamic because we're putting in all kinds of different ideas. So let's start with just practicing the major scale over Temperance Reel. I'll give you an example. Literally just playing the scale, but I'm trying to resolve the scale on the tonic when the accompaniment goes to the tonic. So I'll give you an example.
1, 2, 3,
scale.
4.
So that very last part, I kind of just adjusted. So I'm landing on that G note when the accompaniment resolves to that chord. So let's do that a couple more times. I'll give you some examples.
1, 2.
Going up and down the scale.
4.
So I'm going up the scale, but I'm not necessarily just going up and down. I can kind of for example, practice one section of the scale. So let's do an example where we're just focusing on this section, those 5 notes, and doing different variations.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm trying to resolve to G when the chords resolve to G. Now that's not very melodic, that's not a very interesting thing to play, but it's great to practice because you're getting the hang of, your right hand in your left hand coordination. You're listening for how the notes are sounding over top of the chords. So you're training your ear to hear better, and to have a better decision-making process of what notes you're going to choose, because you know what they sound like over the different chords that are going on. So, with this song, you're focusing on the G shape, the E minor shape, and then the resolution is, which is the resolution in most tunes, is 1, 5, 1. And when it goes to the 1, 5, 1, you're trying to resolve to that G. Dabba 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 G. I'll give you a couple more examples here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now in this example, I'm not doing any variations, so I'm just going up and down the scale note by note and resolving on the G. It just so happens to work out. So let's hear that one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So it happens to resolve on the G there. Now I'm going up from the G note to the G note, back down. In this case, I think I went down to the E minor thing. But you want to know every note that you can use and resolve to the G. You might practice that for a 15-minute session. So the hourglass is still moving. And then you can move on to just different ideas. So I'll give you another example. The shape or the pattern of going up 4 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then going back to the so you start on the first note of the scale, go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you start on the second note of the scale and go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you start on the third note of the scale and go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you continue that pattern up. It sounds like this. You also can do that backwards. I'm going to turn off this machine actually. You can also do that pattern backwards. So that pattern, you can work that over the fiddle tune and try to resolve it in the right places. So you can come up with some creative ideas. So I'll give you an example here.
1, 2, 3.
Up 4.
4.
So at the very end there, when the tune is resolving, I'm just playing some kind of lick, whether it's just the major scale, and resolving on G. But everything up to that point is going up 4, up 4, up 4, up 4. You can do it backwards
1,
as well.
2, 3, 4.
And resolving on the G there. You can also do this over the B section. So I'm gonna let the tune play through the A section and the B section, and just practice this idea of going up 4, up 4, up 4, up 4, down 4, down 4, down 4, ending with some kind of lick that lands on the G.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So for example, there, a spot where I might, in the middle, where I might mix up, make mistakes, I might focus on that area for a while and just play that area. I'll give you an example of that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ending with some lick that resolves on the G. You can just use the major scale. There I happen to use a little bit of the pentatonic, which is a different idea we'll focus on after. Right now we're just focusing on that major scale and trying to get some kind of fiddle tune sound with the resolve on the G. So that's something I might work on for a 15-minute period. And I'll just, continue working on these ideas and noticing where I lack. Noticing where I'm insufficient in terms of my ability to, like, even just do that. Can I do that? If I can't, I want to slow the tempo way down. So I might go down as slow as I need to go in order to learn how to do this. So I might slow it down to whatever tempo I need to slow it down to. The key is, and this was a lesson my first guitar teacher, Don Seddon, taught me, was if you want to learn how to play fast, you have to learn how to play slow. Or the best way to learn how to play fast is to play slow. That's how you figure everything out. So slow everything down to the point where you can do it. That's the key. And then move up from there. So here, so I might slow the tempo way down and learn how to do that, and then put it with the tune. Try it with the backing track. So right here, I'm at 80 beats per minute. So that's one idea. That's one example. I'll give you one other one in this video. So instead of focusing on a major scale, and again, there's so many other ideas we can do. We can do arpeggios. We can do the melody. We can do cross-picking, drones, so many different things. We're practicing one idea at a time so that we can then later put all these ideas together into a great sound, an interesting, dynamic way of playing break, playing the melody, and so on. So here's one other idea for this video. And we're just going to focus on pentatonic. Major pentatonic or the minor pentatonic. So this shape, this is one everyone should know, is this. And you can focus on the major or the minor, which is the same shape. And then you throw in the blue note as well. So that pattern. Doing that with alternate picking. Working on that shape and then putting it to the tune and trying to resolve when the tune resolves.
1, 2.
Here's an example. Up and down. trying to hit that resolution on the G note. So I'll make it really simple here and just play pentatonic, nothing else, and always try to resolve on G.
1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
4.
Here we go. So I'm always adjusting the last little bit so that I can land on that G. So this time I went, I kind of hang on those two notes so that I can hit that G. I would just play that for a while, for a 15-minute session. So we've done a 15-minute session here. If I'm still excited to play, I'll do another 15 minutes working on that idea. And I'll try to do a couple of these every day, a couple of these 15-minute practice sessions with different ideas. And the more that you do them, every day you get better. If you do 4 15-minute sessions in a day, that's 1 hour a day. And if they're focused sessions on specific things, you're going to get better at those things every single day. Across, a couple weeks, a month, a couple months, those things are really going to compound, and you're going to start to feel like you have some vocabulary. And if you're in a fiddle tune jam situation or a bluegrass jam situation or any type of situation, you'll have lots of ideas that you know how to play over whatever the tune may be. So this is a great way to practice, and I hope this gives you something to work on, to chew on, to pick on, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.